The HEAL initiative stands for Health Equity Action Leadership, and it's a program that trains and transforms frontline health workers who serve in resource-denied settings around the world. Like many organizations coming out of COVID, we had to both double down on our current work as well as pivot into other strategic directions. We were at this inflection point. This Bridgespan engagement allowed us to better structure our time.
As a leader, you want to get the most out of any planning process. What you don't want is a plan that feels stale or outdated in a year because the world around you changed, or even worse, a plan that takes months to create and then sits on a shelf. For many nonprofit leaders, a 5-year strategic plan isn't the right answer for the moment. They have a strategic direction, but what they need is something that helps them mobilize for action, something that recognizes they'll need to pivot along the way as they learn more and as circumstances change. That's why we created the Creating an Adaptive Plan program, to help nonprofits set goals and priorities, but also have space to think about the potential twists in the road on the way to reaching those goals.
The opportunity to participate in the Creating an Adaptive Plan program allowed our team to work much more efficiently and effective in the planning process for what was ahead. It was definitely an important time commitment we were making, but we knew it was worth the time.
In the program, you'll spend 1 to 2 hours a week engaging in the work. The core of the program is a set of team summits, 2-hour team meetings where you make critical decisions together. To prepare for those meetings, you'll also have individual assignments and reflections that can be done using our platform. The program is anchored on 4 milestones. First, getting clear on where you want to be 2 years from now, what we call your destination. Then naming a few critical priorities you'll need to focus on to achieve those goals. The third part is where the adaptive piece really starts to come into play. We ask you to identify the hurdles or open questions you'll face as you work towards your goals. And then finally, we want you to think about what it'll take to put the plan into action. How can you make execution a part of your day-to-day work? Along the way, you'll also have access to a Bridgespan coach to provide advice, feedback, and thought partnership as the work unfolds.
Our coach provided us with tools and advice that was helpful for us to think about how we look at the work that we're doing. Our organization has been around for about 9 years, and it allowed us to assess and evaluate our previous work as well as the direction of where we were growing and expanding. Our team was able to identify 3 priorities, and it was nice to align and agree that these were the priorities that our team was going to focus on for the next 18 months or so, and having the framework from Bridgespan to do that.
What was great to see about HEAL was how they used the planning experience to really step back and think systematically about opportunities across their program areas. This allowed them to identify some investments that would be beneficial to all of their work, and some that were more specific to particular initiatives. They also recognized that they couldn't predict exactly how some of the evolution might play out, but they used the planning opportunity to talk about the potential ups and downs.
Working with Bridgespan allowed us sacred time with our executive team and the benefit of having expert Bridgespan mentor. And so for all of your teams, allowing you that space and that mentorship to hone in on your current strategies and future strategies is invaluable.
We now have the skills and tools needed to adjust to any changes that come our way and allow us to continue doing the important work of transforming healthcare workers around the world.